Yeah, so today I'm joined by Pontus, myself, Matt, or TK, and this is the lovely game designer Renak. So
Hello.
welcome on into the stream again.
Hello, guys.
So, what are we looking at today?
We're going to be looking at the new upcoming trophy lodge called Saseka Safari,
Yes.
which you're going to see is somewhere in Africa, thereabouts of Warhanga itself, somewhere in that part of the world. This is what the outside looks like. First up, big thing is that yes, you can actually run around outside, but I'm not going to spoil much more. Let you guys get right in.
It's good.
And I guess as an intro to me, I'm not actually see-through in real life.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it is cool. So I guess, hi, I'm Ronak, and you guys know me as Razzo, either on Reddit or on Twitch as well. I think I pop in say hi sometimes.
Yeah. And yeah, it was weird. We did a test on your t-shirt earlier, and it wasn't see-through then. So
yeah, but it is now.
it is.
It's
So-
the ghost of Ranak visiting us today.
Yeah.
So anyway, so I mean, obviously there'll be people who are going, another trophy lodge. What is? Well, I have to tell you guys, this one is pretty damn exciting, and I can't wait to start filling it up. It's got a lot of new little features in it, which I do believe will get a lot of you guys chomping at the bits, actually. So.
Yeah. Do we want to talk about what's on screen immediately right here, and get that out of the way?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. So first up, what you can see over there is
They can't see your hand, but it says V
Well,
switch to
oh, sorry,
investigate mode.
on the right side of the screen, you can see V switch to investigate mode. So that's going to be a new view mode in the trophy lodge, where whatever you look at, you see its trophy information. So basically everything you'd see on the harvest screen except for shot info. So you're going to see your trophy score, your weight, fur type, all the important stuff that you might want to see in the trophy lodge. We're not going to be doing a showcase today because it's a little bit not done
Yep.
on the UI side, but that's still work in progress. And it says development build, I
It
hope,
does.
on screen
It
somewhere.
does. It's up there,
you
yeah.
go.
And so actually that's a good point to, before we go in here, we've like preset some stuff up. Everything has the old racks in here, okay? But do not stress out. If you, the only reason they come with the old racks is when we generate the animals in these test builds, it doesn't generate with true racks.
Yeah.
But whatever you shoot with true racks from in the game will be available on these plaques. So if you guys are doing content creation, snip that, put that one in the nice little tidy video for later.
Yeah, how cool is that, right?
Yeah,
It's gonna be so nice.
it is very cool.
So what do you say? You guys want to jump right in?
Yeah, let's just knock on the door, see who's home.
All right.
You know.
Jesus. This is freaky.
Oh
So
my
here we
God.
go. Welcome to Saseka Safari.
Yeah, is that one of the statues that people might have seen before?
Yeah,
is that
there
right?
you
Is
go.
that
They're
one
right
of the,
here.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can
two of them.
recognize that.
You guys might have seen those on top of a very high mountain somewhere, maybe.
Yeah.
So,
Mm.
So there's a few things that we can already see on screen that are pretty cool. Matt, which one do you want to talk about?
I mean, my favorite is the multi mounts,
Mm-hmm.
but obviously you can see there's gun racks too. Let's start with the multi mounts, I guess. then.
Okay, so officially called multi-trophy mounts.
There we go.
The internal abbreviation is MTMs. If anybody's played like the Patagonia story, there's a character called Matt who appears in there. That's Matthias Matteo, and he's like Carolina's ultimate taxidermy specialist. And the new feature that we're adding with this trophy lodge, that I should say should be retroactively working on Spring Creek as well, is trophies that have multiple animals on them. So you can see right here that we have like these three really cool whitetails that are posing together. You can see that there's these three melanistic wolves, which is pretty fancy.
It's super
Because of course you
fancy.
do this kind of stuff with only the best of your animals.
Yes.
And not only do you see them posing together like this on a single mount, you can also swap around their poses.
Ooh.
So each one of them comes with several different views. So basically this means that if you want one albino or like one egg white are classic and one common and one melanistic, you put them together. You should see them kind of like that. And if you want, you can just have like the three melanistics, you put them in different poses, and then you have so many different options of how to decorate your trophy lodge basically.
That's it. So just to reiterate, whatever you shoot pops up on these platforms. So whatever variation you want to put in there, whatever you want to use, you can see it in these mounts here. So it's very, very cool.
I
Yeah.
see somebody's asking. So is the trophy lodge called the Sail Frog? Maybe you guys want to explain.
Yeah,
yourselves.
actually, so some people got it. I think it was on Twitter. Actually, I don't think anyone on
Yeah.
Facebook got it, but that was an anagram for a safari lodge. So a sailed frog was an anagram for safari lodge. So there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I can tell you for a fact that Phil didn't immediately get it either.
Actually, to be fair though, I think some of the ones he's like, I love it, and then like 5 minutes later he's like, remind me again, what is this? What is this? What? How is this the clue? It's gold. I like it. I like it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
so-
had to ask you.
Yeah.
I had to ping you Friday night. Hey, what is it?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, no, it was good. So
Cool. So that's like the one big thing you see that's a new feature.
yeah,
And then the other big thing that you saw right by the door is gun racks.
yeah,
So here you can see there's this little frame with handguns on it. So you as the player would expect to see one of these racks and just place whatever you want on it. Some of them are smaller, some of them are larger, of course. So some of them just fit rifles and crossbows and handguns, but some of them only fit handguns on them because they're,
teeny
you
tiny.
couldn't put 3 rifles on one of these.
Yeah,
But later in, you might see something where you can do that. I guess it's a cool idea to walk around every place. I should probably spoil right now that you can't actually play pool. Sorry.
it's good. So I see a good question here from YouTube. So will the old lodge be updated too? So some of these features, the multi-mounts, some of them will fit in the first lodge. However, there is a new stand size in this too, which is gigantic. Is it?
Yeah, it's massive.
Massive? Sorry, massive. That's the one. Yeah. And so that the multi trophy mounts that fit that one will not go in the original trophy lodge, and I do believe the gun racks are not going
No.
to be in the original lodge
Yeah, of
either.
course.
So there we go.
That's not because that's not part of the structure itself. Like we've integrated gun racks into the
That's
architecture
right.
over here, as you can see.
Yeah.
So I guess to go into detail on that, it's like this is an extra large size stand, and this multi-trophy mount is called Alpha Wolf. So this one, which fits on an extra large, can fit in Spring Creek Manor if you own Spring Creek Manor and not Saseka Safari, because you have extra large stands in there as well. The same goes for the investigation mode, where you can access that feature on Spring Creek Manor, the old trophy lodge as well.
That's it. And we took a lot of feedback actually too that there were, people wanted more large mounts and things like that. And this trophy lodge definitely ticks that box. How many you were telling me? There's like
58. You can put 58
Extra
of the
large.
largest
Yeah.
animals
on the
in
walls.
This trophy lodge. Yeah,
How about
that's
can you transfer from lodge to lodge?
Each animal exists only once, of course, but between them, yes, you can just remove one from wherever and put it wherever else. That's actually a good question regarding multi-trophy mounts as well. It's like if you've created this with your 3 cool melanistic wolves and you decide that maybe you don't want it anymore and you want to place them separately, you can always dismantle this for free, but you can't create it for free. So
Oh,
you
gotcha.
dismantle
Alright.
it and they go back into your trophy manager and you can start using them anywhere else, wherever you like.
Got it. I like it.
You want to jump into the next room? Are there any questions?
Yeah, so far, hang on, the chat just jumped up, but it was like, can you put more than one species on a mount? Well, we are going to get to that, because there
Yeah.
are some very, very cool, I mean, like, all of these mounts are like kind of animal interaction, action shotty type events, and
they're stories in the wild.
exactly, like, basically, you'll see some of them coming up soon, but it's like, oh my god, wow, like, that's something out of a David Attenborough show kind of thing, so,
Yeah.
yeah,
Hopefully sometimes stuff that's even cooler than that.
exactly.
I guess I'll just jump in here, and here's the fallow deer huddle, where I've put together like just for funsies, it's some piebald fallow deer that are hanging out.
That's it.
One of the examples of how many more large things you can place is like this wall in the back, where I've only put 5 up, but actually you should have a bunch more stuff going
Yeah,
on.
wow, look at that.
So as a player, you have just a lot more space to play with. Lenny, who's our 3D artist on this and majorly responsible for the architecture, he kept in mind quite early on that we need like a lot more vertical space because these animals are big.
Yeah,
And the bigger the animal, the more space it needs vertically. And I think that's covered up over here super nicely.
so yeah, just to cover again, the Spring Creek Lodge does have multi-mounts as well. I'm just making sure. There we go. It does get. They do have multi-mounts in them as well, but just
Yep.
not the largest size. So the largest size of the multi-trophy mounts only fit in this lodge.
Yeah,
here,
because
so
because Spring Creek Manor doesn't have
the high
a
ceilings.
stand that's that big actually, and
Mhm.
so if it doesn't have one, you can't put something on it. But the multi-trophy mounts aren't attached specifically to to a trophy lodge.
Yeah, that's it.
You can just fit them wherever,
Yeah,
as long as you have something to fit them on.
Yeah, that's it. And yeah, so you just because I saw a question about the price structure
Mhm.
in game, so you pay for the initial trophy taxidermy, sorry, of like let's say all 3 animals, and then you pay 1 to put them together into
Yeah,
the
that's
thing.
right.
That's right.
Yeah.
So there we go.
Yeah, it's a smaller cost than most of our taxidermy. Like if you have a big diamond moose or something, those cost a lot. But
Yeah.
usually these taxidermies are costing a bit less.
Yeah. So I think you should take us for a little bit more of a tour around the lodge.
Sure.
Renaki. Let's because there's some pretty cool little rooms, and it's like like both lodges I think give a really nice feel to them, and they've really captured the safari-esque of
One
this.
of the one of the smaller things that I really enjoy that I wanted to talk about before we move on is
Yeah.
that there's a little reticle in the middle of the screen.
Oh yeah, there is too now.
Because that was also something that people were asking for a while back, and Dennis was cool enough. Dennis is one of our gameplay programmers. Was cool enough to drop it right in there. So when you're in either edit mode, where you can place things and you need to like look at one of these, just makes your life easier. And when you're in investigate mode, which is when you're going to be looking at an animal to get its trophy information, you'll have a little reticle. Again, just as a little quality of life improvement. And then when you're in view mode, the reticle disappears and your screen is unobstructed.
Yeah. So just to recap again, you will be able to see animal scoring and stuff like that in the final version of this lodge. So yeah, beautiful.
So here's another cool thing. Is earlier you guys saw the smaller frames with like a few guns on it, and now this is one of the larger square frames, where you see this arrangement. This is a preset arrangement, of course, so you could change whatever guns are on it, but they're always going to show up like that in that
I like
tilted
it.
crossbones formation with the 2 handguns underneath them.
Yep. And I love these free stands too for the crossbows
These are
and bows
these
and
are
whatever.
my favorites. Yeah, these vertical stands basically are the largest sized stand, so you could put a rifle or a handgun on them if you want, but I personally prefer them for like bows and crossbows, which I think looks really cool.
Yeah, just look at that.
Yeah.
I want one of those at home.
You want the stand or the crossbow?
Both.
Okay, there we go. So what else we got going on? Yeah, people are going nuts with the crossbow stands. It's good to see.
Sweet.
They're going nuts about Ran as well.
Who?
Yeah, about you.
Ranak?
Yeah.
Who's Ran?
Ran.
Yeah, that's what they call you nowadays. Yeah.
Who calls me that?
I don't know.
People.
This feels like a taco thing.
Oh,
Is taco around here?
P Diddy.
Oh,
Ah,
okay.
PDD.
Yeah.
Oh,
Of
thanks.
course.
Yeah.
There's also some snacks in here.
Oh.
Thanks, Lenny.
Thanks, Lanny. It's nice.
Yeah, there's some snacks and a drink. This wall, of course, feels a bit empty, but you as the player could fill it up with whatever you want.
Yep.
There's this little space outdoors before I move further in. You have
It's
all
so
this
cozy. Look at
fancy
that.
stuff. Look at that. Oh, that's cool.
It's beautiful.
That's cool.
Hey, is that bug zappers?
It is a bug zero.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
it is.
great.
Yeah, it is. What we should
Oh,
do
they
at
even
some
got
point,
bugs surrounding
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
we should at some point make this nighttime.
Oh, that'd be nice too, to see all the
at night.
lighting and stuff. So.
Yeah.
Um,
Maybe
So we don't have a release date yet, guys. But I do believe there'll be one coming fairly soon. So, as per usual, obviously we're not even halfway through the stream yet. But keep your eyes on social media over the next few days, because there'll be more information coming out and stuff like that. So, Rick Levy, what is your question? We don't we're looking at 4 different chats at the same time in the one window, and it's just going. We should film it one day, eh?
Yeah.
So they can see it just goes up like this, and we just have to grab questions out like this as it goes through, and obviously talk and communicate and stuff
Yeah.
like that too. So we're definitely not dodging any questions, that's for
How
sure.
rude. Okay.
So
So wait, I saw a cool question about
Yeah.
like predator and prey
Yeah.
style mounts, and let's totally go there. So this is like the main corridor going
Yes.
in. Here you can see there's like another arrangement of guns. I haven't put everything up over here, but again, the player has access to like a few more slots. So there's this gun racks, these gun racks. There's 4 of them. A whole lot of trophies up here that you could place. Same on the other side. Of course, they're invisible in view mode. And here's a cool one. What do you think of that?
it's beautiful. I like it. You can see the real challenge and the standoff happening there.
Yeah. And of course, just like the others, this one has several poses. So I could just like pop through them individually. Yeah, there you go.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, they pop out.
You can see what happened to the wolves.
Yeah.
They picked the wrong fight there. Whoa, that is so cool.
Oh, Revenge of the Bison.
That is
Yeah, and
amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I haven't seen all of these either yet, so this is very cool.
Yeah.
Love it. It's awesome.
Yeah, I initially loved them just like this because it's the standoff, and then the players can figure out what they want to do with it.
Yep.
I feel like my favorite thing is happening in the back over there, but we get to
We
it
get
in
there.
time.
We get there
We get there
soon.
in time.
Yep.
There's
So let's go over the because someone said this lodge is huge. So
It is.
how much more square meterage is it? I do believe it's
It's twice the size.
twice the size.
Straight up twice the size.
Ouch!
It's a big
Look at
manor.
that is awesome.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Of course, like in games when you take like meter measurements, they're a bit off. Like they don't match real life.
Yeah, I've gotcha.
Because of perspectives and like how FOV works. So everything has to be like slightly. Some things larger, something smaller.
Yeah, that's why we don't give them tape measures in game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. So everybody just saw the outside over there, of course. It's the same like path that leads there. I'll go left first.
Yeah, gotcha.
I quite enjoy this corridor right here where you can like place all of your stuff. There's a lot of big spaces, and there's this crossbow stand over here again, and something you could put on the wall if you want. And there's like this big mess hall or kitchen.
That's cool.
Depends on what you do in it, I guess. You can you see the round platforms. Like, so this is a massive platform, and you can see how much space it actually takes. This is the whole reason we couldn't put them in Spring Creek, but we really felt like they deserved something a bit bigger in Saseka Safari.
Yep.
So we made a whole thing out of it.
So someone's asking, what does adding a gun to the wall menu look like? We're not going to go over that today at the moment because one of the things that's getting polished is the UI still.
Yeah.
So it's a whole lot of what do they call it, key strings and stuff like that at the moment. It's not completed. So
Yeah, but it's basically just going to be you go up to it, you select it, and just like the trophy manager, we're working on something called the gun manager, where you have every eligible gun for that slot appearing, and you just place the one that you like from a list. And I guess another important thing to say is that if you have one gun, you can place it an infinite number of times. It was like an early design decision, I guess, to say that if you own one gun, you only own one of it. At least that seemed logical to me. But then Phil had a few pretty good points, and so the way we've put it now is that if you have one gun, you can just keep placing it as much as you want.
yeah. So maybe you're a fan of the 300. You could just put it everywhere.
Yeah, just
everywhere.
absolutely everywhere.
Yeah.
And then we have the arrangements over here are a little bit simpler. But one of the things that really inspired me when I was working on the arrangements, and Lenny as well, when we were working together, is
Yes.
that like these rooms should be able to tell stories for the player. And so each arrangement itself is like meant to capture, I guess.
This is the reflecting room, clear, you know.
Yeah. And then like each wall in this room has a different story, and like
Yeah.
the way I've set it up is like that.
Love
So
it.
you know, you have like your favorite rifle, your favorite handgun, your favorite bow, your favorite crossbow goes over there.
You could almost set this up like reserve by reserve, kind of
Yeah,
each
you
room.
you
You know,
certainly
like, oh,
could.
this could be my Hirschfelden room
Yeah.
or whatever you're after.
Yeah.
So there we go.
And so yeah, each of these walls has something. So this one has like the largest. This one has the absolute largest and the smallest. So together, for me, like on my save, you'd get like a shotgun over here,
Yes.
because you know, like the big animals with the slugs and the
Yep.
small animals with the birdshot.
Mm-hmm.
And this one has like the medium-sized animals and one really big one.
Yeah.
So you have, and this one, of course, for
You can see the one on the back of the wall,
Yeah,
probably.
yeah,
I think
yeah.
there.
that probably gets a fix soon.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's going to be amazing.
And, yeah.
It's
And-
going to make for some beautiful displays.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it really
Yeah.
is.
Sorry. Yeah, I was just saying that when you don't have anything placed on one of these, it disappears.
Yes.
So your lodge isn't cluttered with plaques on the wall that don't have anything on them. The gun frames are there to stay, but the magnets themselves disappear.
Gotcha.
Should I run into this room, or do you want to save this one for a little bit later?
You know what? You're the real estate agent here, mate. You just show us
Yeah.
through.
Follow your heart.
Well, yeah.
All right.
Listen to your heart.
Yeah. So I guess the cool thing about this room is that since we made gun racks as a feature, we wanted one room to just be purely dedicated to gun racks.
Look
So
at
you
that.
have this room that is full of gun displays. One wall dedicated to handguns and smaller weaponry. This one dedicated to your favorite trophies. And this side of the room dedicated to rifles and shotguns.
It's gonna be amazing.
Everything on this side.
Yeah. It's going to look so amazing when people, well, populate it all. It's going to be great.
Yeah, I'm really waiting to see some content creators get their hands on this. I feel like it's gonna be cool. Oh, there's some nice reactions in chat. Thank you.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. So this will be. Well, there's no price point announced for this yet, but I can, you guys can kind of sort of guess it'll be roughly around the same Trophy Lodge price, if not the same. So we'll see what happens. But that decision has not been made yet. So
Phil can stop me, but I feel like I can actually say what the price is. I think we spoke about it this morning. There you go, $3.99.
$3.99. Done. Look at that.
The same as the old
Phil
one.
hitting with us with the juicy information.
Yeah.
So
That's a good price, though.
yeah, it's really good. It's really,
I see.
good.
I see somebody saying there are variants for so many guns it won't be hard to fill. You'd be surprised. There's actually 148 gun displays in here, so there's like a ton
lot.
of
That's
them.
a lot of guns.
It's gonna be great.
Over here as well, I've set up some like funky arrangements just to fill up this whole wall with different kinds of stuff.
Yep.
Again, give players the opportunity to do crazy things, and if you have an idea, hopefully there's a wall where you can put that idea into practice.
I mean, like obviously people have a lot of trophies now in their stash,
Mhm.
but it'd be amazing to see how long actually it would take if you were just going to start blank to fill everything up
I think
in
it
this
would take a
lodge.
while.
It would take a long time.
I mean, just setting it up for the stream took forever.
yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So there we go.
And there's this room as well, which is like a little lounge with this cool fireplace. Of course, above the fireplace, there's this crossbones arrangement
this
of
is-
two guns.
Yeah.
I haven't put anything on it, but of course, I imagine a lot of people can.
You were saying earlier that there's the old side by sides. Or yeah, it was side by sides, wasn't it? Looking good up there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
My favorite gun to put up anywhere for some reason is the Strecker, because like
Just like it.
it fits really snugly in these frames.
Yeah,
It has like this long barrel.
it's good.
Yeah, there's some stuff over here.
This
and
is-
this is the bedroom.
Sorry, Woofed is saying this is true Plaques, if ever I did see.
Cool. It's more true platforms, but yeah.
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 Wow, look at that one.
Yeah, there's this one, which this one was like one of the first ones that I put in the document. for
Yeah.
Cool ideas you could have, but absolutely
The
you
epic
have to have.
throwdown, that one.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
This one's called Bear Hug. And they're absolutely not hugging, as you can see. And yeah,
and
there
you
you go. You
won't
can
be
change
late for
poses.
dinner again.
It's actually 2 mils.
Yeah, I know, it's amazing. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the multi-trophy mounts have one caveat, which is of course that the game decides what gender
Yes.
you can apply to them. So because their sizes are so different that it's impossible to actually make them meet in poses correctly unless we define in advance what gender it is.
Yep.
But I think
gotcha.
that works better because as soon as we decided that is the constraint we want to work with,
Yes.
like that helped us create more fun stories.
Yep, that's it. So actually, we should just sort of backtrack a little bit because I don't think we kind
Sure.
of mentioned that. Like every one of these kind of has a recipe type thing
A
where
blueprint.
a blueprint. There we go. Where it's like you need 2 males, 1 female, or whatever. In this one case, you need 2 male grizzlies. So, yeah, it's like if you're something like a male and a female will not work in this one. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So there we go.
I feel like somebody asked about a bathroom at some point.
Yeah, they did. They did. Wow, it's even got a spa.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh my gosh, the art people have got awesome on this.
Yeah,